Hello everyone, I'm back for the next one. So once again, I already went ahead and pre-made part of it just to keep the video short. So with this one, it's going to be based off of the Picasso exhibition. So I used, I have a couple books on Picasso, so I cut up a bunch of different pictures. And then I used the Language is a Virus website that we explored the one time. I'll put a link down below so that we can all entertain ourselves with it over the next few weeks before we get the kids involved. But we'll be using this tool also for the kids. Now, let's see here. Actually, what I should probably do is go ahead and write in the cut up right now. So I like this first part. It says, artist NN of impact, our potent, several, vibrant, this all occupying Picasso. So I'm going to write that down here. So with the last word ending with Picasso, I just kind of created this little shape, this little arrow. And that's what I mean. You just kind of like figure it out. So now what I'm going to do, since I have these pictures, the students will be able to use the whiteout. If they decide to do collaging, they can go in and literally white out the parts that they want to get rid of, like that I did around his head. So we can even do some things like this. Give it like a scratchy technique. So, and also what I'm actually going to go and do is, now I'm doing this because I'm in my studio, but I don't, if the students want to use paint, we can bring it, but I don't really anticipate using paint because access to water and stuff like that makes it a little bit more tricky. But since I wanted to create kind of like an effect and I'm in my studio, then why not? Then you'll just hit stop after we're done. Okay, my other camera died, so we had to switch over. So anyway, as you can see, we can go ahead and do our embellishes like this. Now, like I said, the students won't necessarily be doing this because we won't have access to paint. Everything that we'll be using is direct. A lot of their piece will be, portable. Sorry, not direct. So anyway, a lot of the work will have kind of like an experience attached to it. So their experience in the gallery, their experience with writing, how they personally feel. Kind of creating the idea, like I said, giving them the authority to be an artist instead of feeling intimidated, like I can't draw kind of behavior, So we want to empower them. And by using these tools and this technique that I'm doing right now, we can do that. Everyone knows how to collage. And like I said, so now it's starting to have a language of its own, the pieces. And I can even go as far as just cutting out all this black area so that just the figure remains. The painting of the background is Guernica. It's part of it. Famous Picasso painting. It's at, what museum is it at? It's not the Reina Sofia. Yeah, it is at the Reina Sofia. And I don't think it will ever leave there again. A little unknown fact is that Guernica was actually at the Columbus Museum of Art in the 50s, which is pretty awesome. But Guernica wasn't that big of a deal at the time. It wasn't till much later that Guernica became Guernica. So, anyway. So yeah, so like I said, it doesn't have to be anything complicated or complex. We'll even go back in with some black embellishes. So what I like to do a lot of times is actually give it like a splatter kind of effect. I call it like activating the picture. Because what this does, it gives it kind of like a rawness to it. You don't want to overdo it, so yeah, that's good. So like, then we can even go back in. Let's say we don't like the splatter on Picasso's forehead. We can either wipe it away and it smears, or we can go in and white it out. So as I said, it starts creating like a language for the piece. Let's go ahead and white out her eyes to make them pop more. This piece has kind of like a Keith Haring feel. Give you some buttons for his shirt. So yeah, so like I said, it doesn't have to be anything overly complicated, and it can still turn out very effective. So this represents one of my experiences from studying the exhibition, the Picasso 80 with the 80 Artists exhibition. So it's just part of my journey. So imagine a journal full of these, you know, the sketchbook full of these. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Once again, apologize for rambling. So talk to you later. Cheers.